Hi everyone, welcome to another in-game devlog video. In my latest video, I showed you the stage of my upcoming game, Rabisco, and why Samurai Muko was cancelled, so today's episode will be a bit shorter, since I'm only going to talk about what is new in Rabisco. Let's get started. I already designed 36 levels for the game, so the hub world is not feeling that empty anymore. I also created 6 types of interactable objects to be used in those levels. Objects like doors, moving spikes, and flame balls, inspired by Super Mario World and almost every platformer game on Earth. The cool part of these flame balls is that I made it super easy to create variations of them by using local variables. You can control their length, rotation speed, and initial angle only by typing a few numbers in the editor. I also made these crystals that can fully recharge your stamina so you can keep running. The concept of recharging your stamina was already used in one of my previous games, Dark Souls, where I created these little cherries, but there was kind of a design flaw with the cherries, because you could only grab them once, and if you missed the next move, you were done. So I made the crystals respawn after some time, like in Celeste. Another great improvement over the latest version is the controller support. Before, I was using a method where I compared the horizontal and vertical axes to simulate keyboard inputs, so it could only move in 8 directions and in a fixed speed. But now I figured out a way to calculate the angle direction of each analog stick and convert it into a smooth 360 degrees movement, which is way better than the original. I like this input method so much that I even posted the source files on my Patreon page, so if you are interested on that, go ahead and download it. It's a great opportunity to learn something new. In my opinion, the game world felt a bit dead when you were not running around, so I decided to implement some super nice clouds, and instead of rendering them on a new layer, I decided to render them using different Z elevation values so they can have more depth. I'm still trying to find a smart way to prevent them from blocking the player's sight, like shrinking them or rendering the player outline on top of the clouds, but I'm not completely satisfied yet. But I'm sure that I'll think about something. And talking about the player, I added a special effect to the latest unlockable color of the game, so instead of just changing the player color, it will also give the player this cool halo and unlimited stamina. I'm sure that speedrunners will make a great usage of this color. And I also did a few small general tweaks, like adding sparkles to the stars in the initial cutscene and reorganizing the project files, since Skiha made it so easy by adding this super handy search bar. So while I was editing this video, I ended up adding another new feature that I really would like to talk about. I added this stone eye that you can interact with and take a look at the whole level before actually playing it, which is super useful. I also took this idea from the binoculars in Celeste. Well, that's it for this episode. If you would like to support the game development and also grab some useful template files, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Thank you very much for watching, and farewell.